We are back on the mountain. The snow has melted and we're gonna actually build a few walls today. I hope. Jamie's ready. He's ready. So this video is brought to you by ConX, which is a really nice web-based software for the small to medium-sized builder like us that will help you efficiently and accurately do your pre-construction takeoffs, get everything emailed out to your subs so you can get a job going without wasting too much time. I'll tell you more about that later, but right now, I gotta lay out a few plates. A little icy up here still. You should have seen it yesterday though, man. It was like a foot of snow on here.
Yeah, I know, I saw it in your video, man.
Oh, thanks for watching my video. Appreciate that.
You watch ours?
Yeah. Oh. If you haven't seen it, Ray and Jason have their own YouTube channel, Ray J Builder Buddies. It's my favorite channel. We're gonna get going by chalking some lines that will represent the inside edge of our walls, and it's dry, so we can actually do that. For these upstairs walls, it's also 16-inch on-center studs. And what we're doing, and what most builders do, is you have to think like a piece of plywood. And a piece of plywood is 8 feet by 4 feet. So where an 8-foot dimension ends, or a 4-foot, you want to make sure that it's centered on a stud. So you don't have to cut any of the sheet goods or any of the inside sheet goods like your sheetrock. Arlo's pretty smart, so he's got our top plate that we're going to put on top of this wall already laid out for our trusses on the 19.2 centers so that we don't have to get up on a ladder and do that. Man, I love Arlo.
We're building box headers. Normally they would have a 1/2-inch gap of airspace, but luckily we have this zip system foam that came on the plywood, so we just peeled a few pieces off and we're going to pack it full of that. There we go.
You might notice we're using 2x4 exterior walls. A lot of cases you use 2x6, but in this case we can save money by using 2x4. We are using the continuous insulation on the sheathing, so that'll help with the R value. And since lumber prices are so high right now, this actually saves a lot of money to do 2x4 instead of 2x6. So if you're wondering how I get the sill height for these windows, all I'm doing is putting the jacks in, then I'm measuring down the window opening, 48.5. That's the top of my sill. 50 will be the bottom of my sill, and I'm measuring up from the bottom plate, 43. That'll be our triple length for this particular window. We've got this plate knocked down to our chalk line there. I'm gonna take a couple of these smooths. Don't wanna use Galvy ring shank because they're hard to get out. There you go, thank you, sir.
Welcome, sir.
We're gonna take these and toenail this bottom plate to our chalk line, and that will keep the bottom plate straight while we sheet, and it will also be a hinge. As this plate tips up, this nail will just sort of bend and the wall won't fall off the side. So that's always good. So when you're nailing a spot like this, it's really good practice to make sure your gun is shooting like horizontal, because if you like toe the nail down, you're gonna shoot this whole wall to the floor and you won't be able to lift it. So we're gonna demonstrate getting your gun good horizontal. Boom. Nice. Got a flush trim bit. It's got a bearing on the bottom. Cuts completely flush with whatever material is under the material you're cutting.
Yeah.
It's like magic. Unless you hit a nail, then it's not magic.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah,
so we really like using this router where we can, because you can see that leaves such a nice clean edge. And the piece that you cut out of here also has a nice clean edge, so you can reuse it, which is great. Roll the tape. That's a pretty sweet view. What do you think?
I've seen way better.
Look at this line. And while we break for lunch, let's talk about our sponsor for today's video, ConX. ConX is a platform designed specifically to provide small to medium-sized builders and subcontractors with an easy-to-use and cost-effective solution for all of their pre-construction processes. Their software allows you to do a material takeoff, put a professional quote together, and send out project documents and information to all of your subs, housing all of your project information under one roof. The takeoff tool allows contractors to upload any set of PDF blueprints and complete their own material takeoff 10 times faster than normal, with the added benefit of not having to print multiple copies of blueprints ever again. Once you've completed your takeoff, you can input your cost for materials, generate a quote in minutes, saving you hours in the quoting process. ConX is $40 per month or $400 if you sign up for the annual plan. There's a 2-week free trial, so sign up today to get started.
All right, so yesterday after work, when we were working at Jamie's place in Bryson City, I was driving behind him through town, and I had my window down, and I heard somebody say, "Perkins Brothers!" So I looked in my mirror, and as I looked in the mirror, they yelled, "Ray!" And then the guy's girlfriend says, "I see him!" And then next thing you know, like I wave at them, and they both go, "Oh yeah!" Dude, it was crazy.
Oh my gosh.
We haven't backfilled here yet, and one of the reasons is that the concrete in this wall needs to cure for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, at least 2 weeks.
To be at full strength, and we do have the floor sheeting on, and that braces the top of the wall continuously, makes it way stronger than like a retaining wall that has no bracing at the top. That's what makes it different. So when 2 weeks is up, we'll backfill this with dirt, and it'll make it a lot easier to get in and out of here. Right now it's that, which is okay.
Go slower, bro. You're going too fast.
Never ever does it go too fast.
.30-inch sill plate.
30-inch steel plate. 30-inch steel plate. 30-inch steel plate.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Anything else you need, bud?
So the wall I'm standing on, we can't square it up because it's pinned tight on the top between two other walls. So we're just gonna sheet it. If our foundation is square, this wall will be square. And that's it.
Yeah, whatever that. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
This whole wall is 26.
Bone Daddy's hanging on there.
How is that hanging
I
on?
don't know. I don't know, man. I guess when you've done carpentry as long as he has, it doesn't matter how your hammer
That hammer is not giving up. Yeah, that's the way Arlo does it. I'm gonna start doing that, I think.
Yeah. It's gonna be the new style. All carpenters are gonna be doing that.
No, not true.
You can actually hammer something in. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at-
So you may be wondering why we didn't sheet to the edge of this wall. And the reason is we're gonna do it from the outside now after the fact so that it laps all the way across our other wall that we already stood up, ties it all together. That's why we're doing that. So left it off on this side and on that side. We'll somehow get up there and put it on.
25.
Hold that right
25 cross cut sheathing. 25 cross cut sheathing times 2.
Also down here, same kind of idea I mentioned the other day. We're gonna fill that in with a solid 4-foot row so that it ties our bottom floor walls across the floor system to the top floor walls, and it's all tied down and tied together. Yeah. Just throw the walkboard up. Right over the moat.
Yeah. every time out of bullets.
Every time.
Good guy. After we stand the walls where there's a corner, we lap the double top plate in the opposite direction so it, ties it all together even better. Woo! Got our last wall coming together, last exterior wall on this floor. In case you were wondering, these are 105 studs, 105 inches, gives you a 9-foot wall. The upper floor will be 8-foot walls. You could install this sheathing vertically instead of horizontally like we're doing and not have to do as many rows of blocking. But for whatever reason, we just like to do it like horizontally. I don't know, we've just always done it that way. Why do we do it that way?
Well, that's the way my daddy did it. And that's the way my daddy's daddies did it.
Okay.
And that's the way his daddy did it.
Good enough.
It's really going. We've done 6 or 7 years easy.
I think so. And then we could finish that guy's house up there.
Yeah, we haven't seen anybody at this house yet. It's under construction. We're racing them. They don't even know it.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Take it easy. Take it easy on the, watch out for the header, Ray. Get up there. Okay, keep going. Watch out for the header. Oh, I'm just dragging the wall, boys.
Well, that's a wrap for today. We got almost all the outside walls and a few of the inside walls built here. We're gonna head to the house and get warm. Thanks for building with us today. We'll see you next time.
Are we really gonna do this every time? Seriously? I'm going home.
Move! Thanks for building with us.
You can check him out right there. You can read it. Sheffield Precision Building on Instagram.
I was hoping to get it finished today. If we stayed a little bit longer, we could have, but these guys like cutting home early.